Alrighty, everyone, thank you for joining us today for our Elton John themed seated deep stretch. We're gonna go ahead, get nice and comfortable in our chairs. Let me know if that music is too loud for you. We're just gonna start by taking a few deep breaths. Hands can be folded in your lap, just resting on your legs to start. We're just gonna take nice deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth, just kind of feeling how our body feels today. As we are doing our deep stretch today, a good reminder is to tuck your belly button in towards your spine, sitting nice and tall. You want your shoulders to be stacked over your hips, your head in line with your hips as well. We want to create that nice straight line that we are sitting nice and tall. Engage that core. A few deep breaths in through our nose, out through the mouth. We'll bring it into our neck. We'll bring our chin down to our chest. When we're doing our neck tilts or neck rolls, we're gonna only do half a circle. So chin is tucked into chest. We're gonna roll our neck to the right, bringing our right ear towards our right shoulder. Holding it there for a few seconds and a few nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through your mouth. Before you slowly bring your chin back towards your chest, rolling all the way to the left. Bring your left ear to left shoulder. You are gonna feel that stretch on the opposite side of the neck as your ears and shoulders are meeting. Nice and slow at your own pace. Feeling that stretch on the back side of your neck as you are rolling forward. Today we're going to just take it nice and slow, holding our stretches a little bit longer than we might normally. We just want to do some nice releases here, letting all that tension go. All the knots, let them get out of our body. Nice neck rolls here, nice and gentle, just slow moving here today. Few more. And we'll bring it into the shoulders. When you are sitting nice and tall, we're gonna bring both of our shoulders up towards our ears. Hold them here for a few seconds. Slowly roll them forward, really feeling that stretch through our traps. Dropping our shoulders down to the floor, rolling them pulling our shoulders as far back as we can. Feeling that stretch in our chest. As we roll them up towards our ears, taking this nice and slow so we're really getting all of that tension out of our traps. We like to hold our stress and our tension there, so you'll often feel it tight. We want to release that today. Nice, slow, forward shoulder rolls. Opening up that chest, rounding that back a little bit as you're going forward, so you're really stretching out that back. Pulling those shoulders back so you're opening up your chest. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and switch directions, bringing our shoulders up towards our ears, pulling them back behind us, down, forward, back up again. I like to keep my hands just flat on my legs so that they just move forward and back as I'm gliding through my shoulder rolls, but you're more than welcome to put them where you like. They could be dangling down at your sides, whatever that looks like for you. And go ahead and shake it out. We're gonna drop our hands down to our sides. Palms are gonna be facing forward. Just let our arms kind of hang loose. We're gonna have our feet planted flat on the floor. Nice bend in the knees. Sitting nice and tall, engaging that core, shoulders in line with our hips. Head is facing forward, keeping that neck in line with our spine. We're just gonna hold this for a few seconds for our mountain pose. Holding what our perfect posture would be. challenging ourselves to keep that core engaged, not to slouch. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we're going to go ahead and raise our arms up overhead and try to elongate our arms as high up to the ceiling as we can, really stretching out that spine, feeling that stretch in our sides, our arms, pulling our body up. Imagine really strong balloons on your hands, reaching up towards the sky. They're pulling you, keeping our legs planted, feeling that stretch all through our sides, our spine. Go ahead and take a break if you need, or stay up in that reached position. Taking breaks as we need throughout the workout today through our deep stretch, staying nice and hydrated as well. You may feel this in your back, your shoulders, and go ahead and lower our arms back down to our sides and shake them out. We're going to go ahead and switch it into a cross-body arm stretch, bringing our right arm across our body, straight out to the left. And we're going to go ahead and pull it in nice and close with our left arm. Wherever you grab your arm with your left arm is okay, just whatever's comfortable for you to pull it in to feel that stretch through your right shoulder. Hugging it nice and close. And switch. Bringing that left arm across our body, pulling it in close with our right arm. Feeling that stretch through our right or left shoulder and into the back. Every breath, maybe we're pulling a little bit tighter to our chest. Feeling that stretch a little bit deeper. Alrighty, loosening up your arms, and we're going to go back to that right side. See if we can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Bringing that right arm across our body, pulling it nice and close with our left arm. Maybe this time it feels a little bit lighter. You're not feeling that stretch as much, but that's because we released all of that tension before. So pulling it maybe a little bit further. And switch, bringing that left arm across our body again, pulling it in close with our right arm. and shake it out. Giving our upper body a quick break, we're gonna go ahead and bring it into our open gates. And we're gonna take these nice and slow. We're just gonna do the right leg for now. We'll do it for a little while. We wanna just really open up the hips. So to start with our open the gates, we're gonna raise our knee up off the floor, bringing it a little bit closer towards our chest. Foot is gonna stay flexed, toes pointed forward. We're gonna open our hip by moving our right knee out wide, lowering it down towards the floor, not just hovering the floor, and bringing it back in. So we want to keep that bend in the knee the whole time. Taking it nice and slow, we're going to go ahead and bring our knee back up. And you can use your hands to guide through this motion. I like to help, kind of hold my knee a little bit, whether that's in that knee bend or on top of your knee, to help guide you through the motion so we're really feeling that stretch. We really want to open up our hips, so bringing our knee out wide as far as we can so that we can feel that stretch on the inside of our hip, lowering it down and bringing it back in. Again, we're just doing the right side. You can take these at your own pace. I like to do them nice and slow, stopping at any point that feels good so that I'm getting that stretch and trying to get a little bit further every time. Only going as wide as feels good. We don't want pain. We just want a little bit of a stretch. Trying to keep our left knee pointing forward. We don't want to bring it along with us. And switch. Left leg now. Bringing our left knee up towards our chest. Opening up our hip by moving our left knee out wide, lowering it towards the floor where it is hovering, and sliding it back. Doing these at a pace again that's right for you. Maybe we're holding our leg out wide for a second so that we're really getting that stretch on the inside of our thigh before we lower it, bring it back. You'll feel it on the outsides of your hips as well. Back to that right side. We're just gonna do a few since we really did open our hips up last time, just seeing how it feels. We're able to get a little bit further into that stretch this time. We feel a little bit less tense. Are we able to move with a little bit more ease? And back to that left. And give our legs a break. Shaking it out, if getting back to that seated neutral spot where we're seated nice and tall. We're gonna go ahead and stretch out our wrists. We're going to extend our right arm out in front of us at shoulder height with our palm facing forward. Fingertips are up towards the sky. We're gonna use our left hand to pull those fingertips back towards us so that we're stretching out our wrist here. Just lightly applying pressure. We don't want to hurt our wrists or anything. We just want to apply that gentle pressure so we feel a little bit of that tension and stretch. And then we're going to lower our fingertips down towards the floor, again using that left hand to pull those fingertips back towards our body, towards our arm, kind of bending our hand there so that we're feeling that stretch through the top side of our wrist. We're going to go back and forth between fingertips up and fingertips down. If you do not want that additional pressure from your other hand, you do not have to do it. You can have your hand dangling down towards the floor as well if you would like. flexing and releasing that hand, bringing those fingertips backwards and forwards. I find that I get a good enough stretch without the additional pressure from my other hand, so I'm just gonna have my hand dangling down by my side, flexing my wrist forward and back, getting that stretch on both sides. And switching arms, I like to start applying just a little bit of pressure to start and then I'll switch. So fingertips up towards the sky, extending our arm out in front of us, and lowering our fingers and pulling back. Doing this at a pace that's right for you. Again, if having your arm out in front of you is not what is giving you the best stretch, you do not need to do that. Put your arm where is comfortable, just getting some flexion in our wrists. And we'll bring it into some gentle wrist circles with both of our wrists. We're just going to do some gentle circles here. Circling them clockwise, counterclockwise, forward, back, whatever is best for you. Just really wanting to loosen up those wrists. And some gentle movement in there. Bringing it to opening our chest, we're going to interlace our fingers back behind us. We're going to pull our arms down towards our chair. Our shoulders are going to go back. And you can have those fingers interlaced down or up. I would have the palms of your hand when you're interlocking your fingers facing upwards so you get that stretch a little bit better. Bringing those shoulders back, pulling those arms back. Opening up that stretch, or opening up that chest. If there's a better way that you have found that opens your chest, you're more than welcome to do that as well. This is one of the ways that I find is easiest without putting too much strain on other parts of my body. I'll just hold it here for a few seconds, taking nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice deep breaths. Every breath is opening that chest a little bit more, stretching out all those muscles. And releasing. We're going to shake our arms out because we're going to stretch our arms a little bit after this. We're going to bring our hands out into a T formation, bending our elbows 90 degrees, palms are facing forward. So our elbows are in line with our shoulders and our wrists are in line with our elbows. We are in cactus arms, and we're going to go ahead and, with a very small movement, pull our elbows back, engaging our shoulder blades, and release. So this is only about an inch movement. Pull those elbows back, still keeping them in line with our shoulders, opening up that chest and releasing. Pulling our elbows back, releasing. Make sure that we're sitting nice and tall so that we're stretching out the proper muscles without putting strain on others. A few more. And go ahead and shake those arms out before we do some gentle arm circles. We're going to bring our hands back out in that T formation, slowly moving our hands forward in small circles. Every circle is going to get a little bit bigger. Now that we've opened up the shoulders, we're focusing more on those arms, really opening up our chest, our back. We did all the work to get them nice and loose, so these should be feeling pretty good at this point. Shaking those arms out, getting the blood flow back into our shoulders before we put our arms back in that T formation going backwards. Trying to get to that full range of motion. And feeling nice, light, and loose in our upper body. We're gonna go ahead and give those upper body muscles a break, and we're gonna do some spine mobility. We'll start with some cat-cows. Feet are gonna be flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Hands are gonna rest on your knees. To start, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we're not rested right up against our chair, but a little bit towards the front of our chair. We're gonna round our back on the inhale. Breathing in, our chin is gonna tuck in towards our chest. Our spine is gonna go back towards the chair. So we have a nice round back for cat. When we're exhaling, we're gonna push our shoulders or our chest through our shoulders. We're gonna bring that belly button forward, spine comes in towards that belly button, really opening up that chest, facing forward. We're gonna go ahead and back into cat, taking a nice deep breath in, bringing that chin towards our chest, rounding that back, bringing that spine towards the chair. Shoulders coming forward, chest is coming in, and exhale, pushing that chest through your arms, pushing that belly button forward. Head is now up and facing forward. Take these at your own pace. Every inhale, go into cat, hold it there, and exhale into cow, pushing your chest forward, holding it there before you go back into cat. Taking those at your own pace. Nice and gentle. And release. We're gonna bring it into a side bend, bringing our right hand up overhead, leaning to the left, dropping that left shoulder down. Your hand can be left hand can be dangling down to the floor or resting on top of your left thigh. As we're sinking our shoulder deep to the left, our head is going with us, stretching out from that right hip to right pinky as we're leaning to the left, stretching out the right side of our body. Breathing through it all. Sitting nice and tall in the fluid motion, bringing our left arm up overhead and down to the right or across the right. Again, arm can dangle down towards the floor, or you can have the right arm resting on that right leg, which is my preference. I feel like I can use that support to sink deeper into that stretch. Feeling that stretch through the whole left side of our body, breathing into it. Exhaling out of it, and we're going to go back to the left. Bring that right arm up overhead, leaning to the left, stretching out the right side of our body again. Maybe it's not as sharp of a stretch this time as we have loosened up our body a little bit. Maybe you're sinking a little deeper, so you're still feeling that stretch. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle. Exhaling, bringing it across to the other side. Left arm goes up overhead as we lean to the right. and sitting nice and tall. We're gonna bring it into the helicopter for spine mobility. Arms are gonna go into a T formation. They're gonna stay in this formation the whole time, so arms are gonna be extended out right and to left. We're gonna go ahead and turn our torso to the left, just moving our shoulders and our chest. So our knees are gonna stay forward. We're going all the way to the left as far as we can, facing that left side. Our arms again are still in that formation, so they're extended out at our sides, bringing it back to center. You're now facing forward, arms are still extended out, and now we're gonna twist to the right. Bringing in some gentle spine mobility here. Twisting up our torso, twisting up the upper body, and we're gonna go left and right, holding once we get as far to one side as we can before we switch. Reminding ourselves to breathe. Shake those arms out every once in a while as you need. I'm shaking mine out currently, so they do get a little tired as we're doing this. Extending those arms back out and twisting right to left. And shake it out. We'll give our arms a break here. We're gonna go ahead and stretch out our back a little bit with the camel pose. We're gonna go ahead and put our hands on above our hips. So grabbing the small of our back, our thumbs are in front of us on our hip bone, and our fingertips are behind us, facing the center of our spine or down. Actually reverse that. Fingertips are gonna be in front of you. Your thumb is gonna be resting on the hip bone behind you. So when you're pushing your thumbs forward and you're gonna open up your chest, bringing your shoulders back, you're using your thumbs to push your back forward and lean into that stretch. So again, hands are on our hips, thumbs are behind us, fingertips are in front. We're gonna push our thumbs into our back. When we're doing that, we're slowly rounding our back. So we're bringing our shoulders back, pushing our belly buttons forward. Head is gonna drop back with us. So we're really opening up that chest, adding a little bit of roundness to our spine, and sitting nice and tall in between. We just wanna do this gently. We don't wanna cause too much strain on our back, but we wanna push it forward so that we're getting that nice round stretch. You might feel your back pop, that is okay. Your body is releasing all of its tension. Holding it as in between breaths. Sitting nice and tall. Pushing forward on the exhale. Sinking into that stretch, holding it there for a few seconds. And sitting nice and tall. One more. Pushing our back forward, our belly buttons forward, chest forward, dropping our heads back, and sitting nice and tall. Next up, we're going to do a spinal twist. So getting towards the front of our chair, knees are going to be bent. We're going to go ahead and put our right hand on our left knee, on the outside of our left knee, and we're going to use it to pull, help push. We're going to push into that knee, bringing our chest to the left. So I'm going to put my left hand on my chair. My right hand is on the outside of my left knee. I'm going to push on that knee, bringing and face the left. So my chest is now facing left. I'm pushing on that knee to add a little bit of extra tension and twist to my spine. We're just trying to get our body to twist as far left as we can. The knees are remaining facing forward. Using that opposite knee to help deepen our stretch. Our left hand is on that chair for support. We're just going to breathe through the stretch every time, trying to get a little bit further. And we're going to switch. Right hand is going to go behind us onto our chair for support. Our left hand is going to go on the outside of our right knee. We're going to open up our chest to the right. Using that knee, we can use our arm to push on that knee to go a little bit further into that stretch, twisting a little bit further to our right. That hand on the chair for support can find a place somewhere on that chair that can help deepen that stretch. We just want to make sure we're adding that spinal twist. taking nice deep breaths. And releasing. We'll do it one more time on the left side, grabbing that, bringing that right arm across to the outside of the left knee. Left hand is going to go back on our chair for support. I'm still putting it on the seat cushion where I'm sitting, but it can be anywhere on that chair for you. Twisting our upper body to the left, opening up our chest to the left. Our knees are remaining forward. Feeling that stretch. Nice, gentle spinal twist here. And switch, twisting to the right. Left hand comes on the outside of right knee, right arm goes to chair, twisting to the right. And release. Last one for our spine mobility. We're gonna bring our feet a little bit wider than our chair or hip width apart. Our hands are gonna go into a T formation. We are wanting to make sure that we bring we want to stay in this position the whole time. So just like before when we did our helicopter where our arms remained in that position, we're going to do the same thing here. Our right arm is going to come down to meet left ankle, and our left arm is going to stay straight up in the air, and we're going to open our chest to the left for our nose. So we want to hold it down here for a second, opening up that chest and facing the left. Sitting nice and tall, arms remaining in that T formation, bringing our left hand down to meet right ankle. It doesn't have to meet it, but we want to try. And then our right arm is going to go back. So our arms are still remaining kind of in that T formation. We're opening our chest up and facing the right. Sitting nice and tall, again to the left. Right arm goes down to left foot. Left arm is straight up in the air. We are facing the left. Holding it here for a second. Sitting nice and tall and switch. Left arm goes down to right ankle. Right arm goes up in the air. Opening up our chest and spine to the right. And shake it on out. That is our spine mobility. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water before we go into our lower body. We're gonna go ahead and do our right leg first for all of our moves. Then we'll do our left leg. So starting with our right leg, we're gonna go ahead and do a forward fold, extending our right leg out in front of us. Our toe is gonna go pointed up towards the ceiling. Our left leg is gonna remain bent so that we're not working it at all. And we're gonna go ahead and lean forward, bringing our hands down towards our toes, feeling that stretch through the whole back side of our right leg. And we're just gonna hold it here for a few seconds. On our next inhale, we're gonna bring our arms up to our knees, slightly sitting up, so we're now in a half forward fold. And our next exhale, we're gonna push our hands down further into that stretch, reaching further towards our toes. And we're gonna do a few of these. So on your inhale, bring your hands up to your knees or up higher, so you're sitting into that forward fold or halfway forward fold, and extend your arms back as far as you can. And we're gonna do these 3 times, so take those at your own pace. Inhale into that forward, half forward fold. Exhale into the full forward fold. And release. We're gonna do a leg extension just on the right leg. So we're gonna have our foot extended straight out in front of us to start, heel on the floor, toes up towards the sky. I'm gonna hold onto my chair for support. Put your arms wherever you would like. We're gonna raise our leg straight out in front of us, extending out from the hip. You're gonna hold it there for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you would like, holding it here for a few seconds before you lower it back to the floor. Heel touches the floor, toes still up towards the sky. You're gonna sit nice and tall, engage that core the whole time. We don't wanna put strain on our back. We're just wanting to focus on our legs. So bring that right leg up, trying to get it straight out in front of you, holding it for a few seconds where you're comfortable or as far up as you can go, and release. We're engaging that thigh muscle here, putting it under tension and releasing that tension. So lift that leg up, hold it for a few seconds, lower it as you release. Doing it a few times. I caught myself slouching, so just a reminder, keep that belly button in, take nice deep breaths in, use your arms on the chair for support. And lower. Two more. And release, shaking it out, wobble your legs a little bit, open, closed, shake it out, whatever you need to do. Bringing that right leg up, we're gonna put our right ankle on top of our left leg. So now we are in a pigeon or a figure four, whatever term you've heard it called before. So our right knee is extended out to the right, it is bent, and our right ankle is on our left knee or thigh. We're gonna hold it here. I like to sit on the edge of my chair for this one so I can really feel that stretch. If this is as good as the stretch as your body needs or your body is allowing, great. If you need some extra assistance or want that extra deep stretch, go ahead and place your right hand or forearm on your right knee and apply slight pressure until you feel that stretch on the outside of your glute, on the outside of your right leg. We're just gonna hold it here for a few seconds. Applying a little bit more pressure every once in a while, so we're deepening that stretch. Taking nice deep breaths, sitting nice and tall. We're not slouching. We want to encourage good core strength so that we're not straining our backs. And go ahead and release. Our next stretch is a little bit more chair friendly if you have space underneath of your chair. So hopefully everybody does. If not, just go ahead and stretch up, move out towards the edge of the chair on the far right side. We're gonna go ahead and try to grab our heel underneath of our chair. So with our right leg, we're gonna bring our heel towards our glute. So we're bending our knee, trying to bring our heel towards our glute underneath of the chair. With our right arm, we're gonna reach down and try to grab our leg. It's a little harder on the chair that I am in, so if you need to scoot towards the outside so you can have your full leg on the outside of your chair, we're just wanting to stretch out our thighs here. And if it's not gonna work in your chair, just try to go ahead and bring that heel towards your glute in some capacity, whether that's the outside of the chair again, like I mentioned. We're just stretching out the top of our knees here. You may feel it more in your hamstring if you're working your hamstring. We're gonna do this one a little bit shorter since I'm not sure how everyone's chair situations are working with our stretch, and we wanna make sure everybody's getting a good stretch today. So we'll go ahead and shake it out. We're gonna go ahead and go right back into that forward fold so that way we release any of that tension that we caused with that last stretch or just releasing a little bit deeper. So again, leg extended out straight in front of us, toes up towards the ceiling, using our hands to trace down our legs, trying to reach towards our toes, stretching out the backside of our right leg. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to extend our right leg out wide this time, and we're going to reach down and try to reach our toes while it is out wide and straight. Again, toes up towards the sky. We're now feeling that stretch more towards our hips on the inside of our thigh there. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to bring it into a seated tree. So with our right leg, our left leg is going to remain bent. With our right leg, we're going to drop our right knee, bending it out wide to the right. Our toes are going to be towards the floor, and our right heel is going to rest above our left ankle. So we're bringing our foot straight up and down, resting it on our left leg. Toes towards the floor, heel up towards the calf or above your ankle. Right knee is bent out wide to the right. And we're just going to hold it here for a few seconds before we switch and do the same thing on the left leg. And release. Now to the left leg, extending it straight out in front of us, we're going to do our forward fold into forward half fold, extending back into that full fold. So starting with our leg extended out in front of us, toes up towards the ceiling, we're going to go ahead and bring our arms down towards our toes. May feel quite a bit more tight than the right leg since we just stretched it out, so go ahead and take it nice and slow. And we're gonna just hold it there for a few seconds. Holding it. We wanna really get that stretch in on our left leg like we did on our right. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your hands up your leg into that halfway forward fold. On your next exhale, pushing it back forward. So inhale, coming up into that half fold, and then exhaling, pushing it deeper into that full fold. Go ahead and take these at your own pace. Three more. Last one. And shake it on out. We're gonna go ahead and do that leg extension hold. So extending our left leg out in front of us, heel down towards the floor, toes up towards the sky. Hands can be on that chair, but we're gonna remember to sit nice and tall, engage that core. We're gonna go ahead and lift our leg up as high as we can, holding it there for a few seconds before we lower back towards the floor, engaging those thighs, flexing all of those muscles to hold that leg up. Put it under tension before we release it when we set it on the floor. Doing these at your own pace. Then for hip flexors and overall leg strength, but we want to make sure that we stretch it on out. So doing a few more. And then we'll follow up with our figure four. Two more. And release, bringing that left leg up onto our right. Left ankle is resting on right knee or thigh, wherever it falls. And our left knee is out wide, and we are in pigeon or figure four. If you need a little bit extra, deeper stretch, go ahead and put those hands or left arm onto our left knee and apply gentle pressure until you are in a stretch that feels comfortable for you. We're just gonna hold it here for a second, getting all that stress and tension out of our hips. This stretch is very helpful for people who sit in their chairs more often during the day. I know I do sit at the computer a lot, so just making sure I'm stretching out my hips, and this is a great stretch for that. Releasing some of that tension that's been built up. Trying to sink deeper into that stretch here. Nice deep breaths. And go ahead and release. We're going to try to grab our heel again, or by pulling our heel up towards our glute. And we're just going to try to stretch out that thigh, or we're engaging that hamstring before we stretch it out again with a forward fold. Again, we're not going to do it too long because I want to make sure everybody gets a good stretch. So if right now this is your break, go ahead and enjoy it. And we'll extend our leg straight out in front of us again for our forward fold. So we're stretching out that leg one more time, bringing that toe up towards the ceiling, bringing our hands down towards our ankles. Maybe you notice that this time it's a little bit easier. Maybe it's not, and that's okay too. Just stretching out the back side of that left leg. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to go ahead and bring that leg wide and straight out to the left. And we're going to go ahead and try to reach down towards those ankles, feeling that stretch on the inside of our thigh there. I like to keep my right hand on my right knee so that I have extra support there as I'm leaning to the left. Really pushing through here so that I feel that stretch on the inside of my left leg. And release. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to bring it into our left side seated tree. So our left knee is going to drop wide out to the left. Our left foot is vertical up and down, so our toes are pointed on the floor. Our heel is up towards the sky, but it's resting on our right leg. So our toes toward our right ankle, our heel is above it or somewhere on our calf. Again, our left knee is dropped out wide to the left. We're just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Sitting nice and tall, engage that core. And release. Take a nice sip of water before we get into our cool down. If you would like it, I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water so I have my voice. Shaking out here. We're just going to take a few deep breaths in really quick before we go into our final cool down stretches. Feet flat on the floor, hands can be interlaced together or not, wherever they would like to sit. Sitting nice and tall, taking a nice few deep breaths in. One more. And release. We're going to start by bringing our right knee up towards our chest. You'll lean back in this stretch a little bit. So I like to sit towards the edge of my chair. Left leg is on the floor for support. We're going to bring our right knee up towards our chest. I like to interlace my fingers on my shin so I can pull in as close to my chest as possible. Again, you might lean back and that's okay. We just want to feel that stretch. on our hamstring, our glutes, and our hip flexors, all of the leg. As you're doing this, go ahead and if you would like to add some ankle circles in, you're more than welcome to. I like to rotate my ankle of the knee that is up towards my chest. And extend. Go ahead and grab that left knee, bring it up towards your chest, interlacing your fingers on, or you can grab onto the hamstring underneath of your leg, whatever you would like. I'm gonna interlace my fingers on the outside of my shin, pulling my knee closer in towards my chest, or up towards my knee, wherever I need for that stretch to feel deeper into my hips. And adding in those ankle circles. And go ahead and release, extending both legs out in front of us. Toes can be pointed or up towards the ceiling. We're gonna go ahead and do a forward fold with both of our legs out extended, bringing our hands down towards our ankles or toes, wherever we lie. If your feet are flat on the floor, you'll feel that stretch on the top sides of your ankles. If your toes are up towards the ceiling, you'll feel that stretch through your calves and your hamstrings. Taking nice deep breaths here, deepening into that stretch. Sitting nice and tall, we're gonna bring our legs wide, flat on the floor, and we're gonna reach down to the center to start. And that stretch through the back sides of both of our legs. Your hands don't have to land on the floor, they definitely can. And we're gonna walk our hands to the right, feeling that stretch on our right leg. Try not to lock our knees here, still keeping a gentle bend in them. Walking our hands to the center and all the way across to the left. Sitting nice and tall, shaking our legs out. We're gonna go ahead and reach up towards the sky, really lengthening our body out. You can extend those legs out in front of you as well. I'm gonna keep mine bent for now. Just reaching up towards the sky, taking nice deep breaths in, feeling that stretch through your sides, feel it through your spine, feel everything elongate. Nice big stretch here. And lower our arms, shake them out before we do it one more time, lengthening our body, bring our arms up towards the sky. Again, with those helium balloons, just pulling our fingers up as high as they can, feeling that stretch through our sides, our spine, core, just releasing all of that tension. And lowering our arms. All right, feet are together, knees are together, hands are wherever you want them, on the chair for support, whatever you need. We're gonna just keep our feet where they are, but we're gonna drop our knees down to the right for our windshield wipers. You'll notice that you'll come up to the sides of your feet. That is okay, but we wanna keep them in that center location. Dropping our knees to the right. In a nice little swooping motion, we're gonna drop our knees across to the left for our windshield wipers, down to the right, Just adding a little bit of gentle movement into our hips and across to the left. Back and forth at your own pace. And release. Go ahead and put your feet together, drop your knees out wide, and reach down towards your toes for our butterfly stretch here, our seated butterfly. Your bottoms of your feet can touch or your feet can stay flat on the floor, but we want our feet together, knees to go wide apart, and reach down towards the floor. Feel that stretch on the outsides of both of our glutes. Sitting nice and tall, the last thing we're going to do is a little bit of box breathing. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold at the top for 4 seconds, and release in 8 seconds. So maybe not exactly a box, but we're going to go ahead and practice that together. Nice deep breath in for 4 seconds. Hold at the top for 4. And release in 8 seconds. Two more. In for 4. Hold for 4. And release in 8. Last one. In for 4. Hold for 4. Release for 8. All right, end the recording.